Today, I'm going to talk to you about some different tips for ideation, especially in more abstract work. So to start, you're going to have to open your eyes and look at your surroundings. You can see different patterns that emerge in the land, and just open your eyes to the broader landscape. This may also mean that you have to squint so that you just see blocks of color and shape and line. So here I'm just deconstructing this image into different lines of some dark and some other basic lines to delineate some different shapes that I'm seeing. It's really not a super refined work, you could say. And these are really quick drawings, but I think they're helpful to help you think about those design principles in the space around you, and they can help you create different shapes as inspiration for you to start sketching and getting your mind flowing. You can see the design principles are all around us, even in nature. Line, shape, and texture, and those little pieces can help inspire you for larger abstract work. So I decided to deconstruct these different drawings of the cod roof as well. You can see that was at nighttime. There were some different shapes, and then here one at sunset, just pulling out different shapes and lines in the surroundings. You can see a little wonky perspective there where I messed up, but we just keep going. It's just about the vibes of the land, of the thing. Something I also practice is being a random word generator. I write down different observations of the view that I'm in, how I feel, and the overall effects of the place that I'm in. So even just picking out sounds is a great starting place, and different observations of what's happening in the environment. You can write a poem, you can just write whatever words you feel. So here I'm going to be sketching a tree very loosely. I'm just picking out some different parts that I'm noticing. It's not a very perspectively correct tree, but I'm doing a little integrated drawings of the words that I'm thinking of when I'm looking at that picture. And again, this doesn't have to be a super artful or designed sketch. These sketches don't have to have the words interspersed. I just like doing it to give some different structure to the piece. And it can influence the overall arrangement of your piece as well. You can just do a loose little sketch. You don't have to have them on the same paper either. You can do some sketches on one page and then paper on the other, or words on the other page. But yeah, it helps make an interesting different composition, and then you can pick out the words that stand out the most or that you repeated on accident, which I did quite a few times. And then just think if those words can make some bigger meaning in your final piece as different concepts or different things you want to pull through while you design. So another really good and helpful thing to use are precedent studies. And this can be done using magazines or Google or Pinterest, different books. Most of the majors in the College of Design have their respective magazines or newsletters, so you can look through those, but you also don't have to stick to your major. You can look at inspiration from other places like the land, as long as you keep it as inspiration. Do not copy or paste people's work. That's plagiarism. Another important thing to do while you're ideating is to iterate, because design is a process. So from your first draft, you can do different things to make it more interesting, as it's very rare to get it all just perfectly right on your first try. So you can pick out different things that you like from your first draft, and if there's a lot of things that you do like, that's great. Just pick a few things that you might want to remove, or other things you might want to add, or think about how you can further explore different options and just elevate your design a little bit more. Think about these big and little changes. So yeah, here I am. I'm drawing a big pile of recycling. I've taken some of the shapes as they are, but I've messed with a lot of them to just give them different overall vibes and looks. I have a little melting octopus in the middle there. And then I'm just filling in the gaps with whatever lines or shapes I feel like to give it a more interesting composition. Again, this is supposed to be an abstract work. Might not be the most useful if you're trying to do a perspective drawing, but I feel like this is a good process for ideating, to just get your pen moving, get some ideas flowing through your brain. So yeah, I just have little doodles and stuff, and then at the end here, I'm gonna go back through and use my hand as sort of a viewfinder to see what portions stand out when I drag it across the paper, and then I might end up using that in a different design in the future. It's just a fun way of clipping it down as you see, different designs. Thank you for watching.